Hello, this is George Senda, the official, the authentic, the real, the original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh, accept no cheese YouTube imposters, commentators, trolls, chief complainers, or gray alien artist who's complaining to Best Foods Mayonnaise about my Amazon purchases. Okay, this is part 3, I believe, but don't quote me, of assembling the futon frame. I have assembled the side railings to the metal railings to the whatever they're standing on. There's no wheels to this thing. This took me an hour to put in 8 bolts because I could not see the bolt holes. And then when I was able to see the bolt holes using the lantern, the Allen wrench wouldn't go in the holes. So I had to finally, and this thing is very, very long. And then I had to go and put this on the floor and do it by lying down, shining the lantern on the holes, and crawling around on the floor. This is not fun. Now the next part, the 2 spring assemblies, there and there, with these tubes, and you attach, there's 4 of these metal backing, whatever they are. One fits on the bottom of the mattress and attached at the wooden, whatever you call those things, railings or whatever. And then the other one fits in the back, and then there are the spring-loaded things that attach to the wood, and this enables you to move the bed back to the upright position so you can use it as a couch, and then down to fold it as a bed. And I'm going to probably have to move this bookcase because there's going to be no room for the bed. And it is sticking out, good Lord, it's sticking out a foot into the hallway, which means we're going to have to move the clothing rack. In February or March, I'm renting a storage space. I've got too much stuff in here. And, but there's no room in the inn now. I've got, this thing is, I didn't look at the dimensions of this when I bought it. I was so desperate to get off the floor, and if I had, I wouldn't have bought it. This is 80 inches long. It's not very wide, but it's 80 inches long. Now, that's not counting those rails, but it's huge. And I just looked at the diagram, and then the drawers will fit underneath this, but I just looked at the diagram of how I'm going to attach those spring-loaded things and these metal, and there's 4 holes to attach all this stuff, I think. And I'm going, how am I going to do this? So this is as far as I've gotten. It's 8:46 on Monday night. And I hope I can finish this tonight, because if not, I have to put this thing on its side or something and move all my bedding back onto the floor. Mama cat and little girl impatiently sitting in the doorway. At first they walked in and looked around. Where's the bedding? They want to go back on the bedding. They love the bedding. And Fluffy does too. All right, this is George Senda. Remember, you can join the channel for $3.99 or $6.99 a month for adventures in bed frame assembly, where you see bed frame assembly nowhere else. And not live, though. Because of all this stuff piled up, you wouldn't be able to see anything with the live camera because there's stuff in the way. But I am making progress where this, if I were to say screw it and not have a futon, I could just put a board across this, almost, and then figure out how it's going to secure the board on it, and then put a mattress on, sleep on it as it is. But I'm not going to do that. But I also had to take this pair of pliers and hold the nuts to keep them from turning. So this is the progress I've made as of 8:45, roughly Monday night. I have to examine the El Crapo diagram and figure out how I'm going to put these things in. Got a ton of parts still. And then there are apparently handles for the underneath drawers, which I see in a plastic bag. They look like handles. But nowhere on there as I've seen anywhere to attach the handles. So that's another mystery. Ooh, excuse me, I'm yawning. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Click the like button. Get your friends, subscriber. Get your friends, family, co-workers to subscribe and join the channel. I'll talk to you later. Watch the bed frame. Part 4 will be next when I have the energy to do it. But I was on my stomach trying to put these bolts in there, and they would not go into the hole, and then they wouldn't turn. So I had to use a lantern to see the holes. And then the bolts wouldn't go in. Couldn't see the holes, couldn't get them in. But I finally got it assembled. Oop, clunk. There it is. So this is really, next we'll be assembling those with the tubes. Last thing here, these are the tubes. You've got to put 4 bolts in that and put them between the 2 metal things and put the bolts in there. And these have weird pieces of metal that you would think they would file off, but they didn't. So I don't know maybe that holds the screws in. I don't know. Or the bolts. So that's it. All right. Bye-bye for now. Have a great night. See you later.